Hello, welcome to today's immigration tidbit. We get the lying down version answered today. I can't just tell you when your brother's coming because I don't know where he's from. A sibling petition, the time that is necessary to wait depends on the country he's from. Now, you need to look at the Visa Bulletin chart, okay? It's put out by Department of State, and it's updated every single month. Now, when I say I need to know what country he's from, there are about 4 countries that have the highest immigration rates on the planet, okay? Meaning that more people come here from those countries than from anywhere else on earth. And that would be China, India, Mexico, and the Philippines. So the Visa Bulletin chart is divided essentially into 5 different areas of Earth, okay? Those 4 countries I said, which again are China, Mexico, India, and the Philippines. And then the other part is the rest of the world. So what you would do is you would look at this Visa Bulletin from the Department of State, go to the 4th preference, because that's what a sibling petition is. I'm assuming that your brother was petitioned by you. If that's not the case, and for example, if your brother was petitioned by your mother or father, that's a whole different category. A different waiting time. But let's assume it's a sibling petition, since this comment is in response to another one of my sibling petition videos. You would go to the 4th preference, F4, family, 4th preference, and then you would go across the line to the country that applies to you. Now, if you're in one of those 4 countries, go to the column that has listed that country, and then it'll give you the priority date. Okay, or if you're not from one of those countries, go to where it says the rest of the world. And then it will list the priority date. Now, that's the date. They'll be listing the current processing date. So let's say, for example, you're from the Philippines. And I don't have the visa chart in front of me, but I know it's taking now about 25 years for a sibling petition. So let's say that you go the 4th preference petition and to the Philippines, and let's say it's got a date of, let's just say, January 2000. Okay, what that means is that they are currently processing 4th preference sibling petitions with a priority date of at least January 2000. So for your purposes, essentially the priority date is basically when it was filed, okay? So let's just pretend that was those numbers and the Philippines is the case here. If it said January 2000 and you filed the petition January 2007, that means on average, more or less, you can't say exact, you have another 7 years to wait, or your brother has another 7 years to wait. That's how you tell more or less how long it is. Now, I've had people that come into the office and want consultations whose priority date is already passed and they didn't know it. So let's do another example. Let's say you're from anywhere else on the world, and let's say that you go to that 4th preference column anywhere else in the world, and let's say it says they're processing January 2009. Okay, what that means is that since yours is January 2007, and since the date on the Visa Bulletin says January 2009, that you could have had your brother begin final processing 2 years ago. It's already past the priority date, the current processing date. So you need to learn how to read the Visa Bulletin, or go to a lawyer who can tell you in 5 minutes about how long it takes for that number to be what's currently processing at the Department of State. Okay?